For today's deck testing video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit wacky. And by that I mean, I'm playing a deck that I don't think is very good at all. This is probably not something I would recommend laddering with, so I want to start by saying that out loud to preface it. There's a strong chance that we just straight go 0-2 for today's deck testing video. But that's okay, sometimes you got to try out things. This is what I call item kinesis. This is a Battlemage deck that is, unfortunately, in my opinion, trying to do too many things at once, which is why I don't think it's going to go well, because it is half Dragon Star Rider OTK, half Telekinesis OTK. What I mean by that is that usually with the Dragon Star Rider deck, you try to run a bunch of cheap items, and then the Ring of Lordship slash Skilled Blacksmith kind of combo to rifle through your deck to make this thing huge and then swing and win. And there are certainly things in the deck that can enable that. Or you go the Telekinesis route where you're just trying to run a bunch of like empowered items and then you swing once with like one big creature and then you move them all over with Telekinesis to your other creature and then swing, and it's like a 1-2 punch OTK. There are ways to do both of those in this, but because I'm trying to do both in the same deck, I just don't expect it to go very well. But we're gonna try it. Yeah, this is this is the list if you want to take a screenshot of it. Now, don't know why you would want to. There will also be, you know, deck code in the video description. I will say this, I've played this a couple of times in casual. It's fun, and when it works, it's a grand old time, but we're going to try this on the ladder because my rank is in the dumpster anyway. So no reason not to. Item kinesis, here we go. And see how horrible this goes. I wanted to do something different for today's deck testing video, and I think probably for the next couple of days, because I've got a Ring of Demira Monk list that I've been kind of toying around with. Some conscription lists. I know not everybody loves Telly's conscription, but with the new color combos, I think it's worth at least exploring some of those. And right out of the gate, we're paired up against Guildsworn. Guildsworn is the new mage class, in my opinion. And you might be saying to yourself, what do you mean by that, Charmer? Well, back in the day, the problem when you played against mage, specifically think like right when the game hit to like open beta, and then more so like after the first round of control mage nerfs, because really it was just control mage. But after that first round of nerfs, there was a time where there were like 4 different playable versions of mage. Like you had token mage, you had prophecy mage, you had control mage, and then some people were messing around with this like weird mid-mage life gain variant that had golden saint. But the problem was you didn't know which version you were playing against, and you oftentimes didn't know which version you were playing against even when you had made it to like turns 4 or 5, because they all started like Wardcrafter, Daggerfall Mage, Hive Defender. Like every version were starting that way, unless they were token and they started off with like Scouting Patrol or something early. That was your go-to beginning. So see what we draw here. I mean, the thing is, we kind of don't want to play any of these quite yet. We have all of our... We have all of our, like, item synergy and none of the actual items. But right now we're just kind of trying to stall. These are not really a requirement, I think, of either of the lists, if I'm being honest, but I like to run them because they make your Cloak and Daggers be kind of insane value. Like even with just one trigger they're really strong, but I think with anything 2+, you make Cloak and Dagger a really good top deck. Might have even been a mistake playing this until we hit like Ring of Lordship.
There's always
yeah.
a plan.
Assume that we're gonna see this come down. We're gonna see a trade here. This is gonna whack me, and then they'll probably play another 2-drop. Everything I've seen thus far points in that direction.
Must take back Skyrim.
And I am wrong. They make a liar out of me. Well, how dare they? Kind of a tough call. I'd like to Hail Mary this and then hope we draw into items next turn. I'm being completely honest. But I think we play it safe.
I stand behind my word.
I like this much better. Until we have items, it's kind of rough to develop this anyway. Oh, they actually run Javelin. What a weird list. Okay, so they're not attacking. Here I thought they were going to be some version of an aggressive list, but they appear to be more control. Maybe this is a conscription guildsworn list. We might be sitting back quite a bit here. If they're not going to attack, then we've got no reason to attack ourselves. I mean, we're going to keep, like, putting them kind of close, but I mean, we're not going to be super proactive here. Yeah, Rapid Shot. Alright, so this is likely, if I had to guess, a controlling, like, conscription version. Alright.
As the desert wind.
I expect this to just be hard removed, but since we have a backup copy, even if they hit this with the cast into time like I expect, it's not the end of the world. This is kind of nice. We'll get some bonus cards out of it. Like, they get cards, but we get cards. And with them at 4, unless it's Lightning Bolt, this isn't at least going to hit with cast into time.
Send them all to oblivion.
Alright, so we get to do some kind of fun things here, right?
I tend the sharpest looking lawn in these aisles. Looks like it is time for the muscle.
So let's cycle through and draw ourselves some cards here. Well, that seems a very nice draw for us.
This might be handy.
Well, that seems to be a pretty good draw for us.
Ends.
So now we're just worried about prophecies.
This might be handy.
Swift as the desert wind.
This might be handy.
Well, and apparently the turn timer. And, yeah. Alright. Was not expecting that. I think I could have attacked sooner. Kind of was more worried about playing cards from hand than I was paying attention to the math. Sometimes that happens. I hear that tss, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta like rush through this when I totally had the victory sooner. But yeah, okay, we didn't go 0-2, and as you can see, when it works, that can be an awful lot of fun. Who doesn't love, like, yay, I win accidentally? Oh, I love combo decks. It's funny because just before this, I was filming a Magic video that should be coming out also today. That is a red-blue infinite combo deck. So if you like Magic, look for that. That video will come later in the day. But we'll take it. I don't ever like having the Cloak and Dagger starting in my hand for a couple of reasons. One, it telegraphs, but also it's one of the like best value cards combined with the you know, guy that buffs items in your deck and Arcane Enchanter because of the keyword thing. So
Everything is taken.
having this in the starting hand always feels bad, in my opinion. All right, this person is not gonna hold back like the other person did.
I come bearing gifts.
This person is gonna punch us right in the face.
Out of my sight.
All right, we're gonna go with this. Cause sadly we don't have any of the cool combo pieces that we had last game. Last game we had the Blacksmith, we had Gardener, we had Rider. I mean, this time we have some of them, but they might come online too late.
Out of my sight.
I mean, ideally we're really gonna be looking for like Sparksmith on a turn into a Gardener of sorts, if I had to guess here.
Feels like
Breakthrough. We were really open for like Drain on an item so that this will hopefully get it, and then when it starts machine gunning, like the Drain would be a big deal, but I expect this to eat a Lightning Bolt here, sadly. Not a lot I can do about that.
Out of my sight.
That's also Breakthrough. Yeah, there's the Bolt. I mean, we had to do it because we needed it on the board. Just like here, I think we've just got to play blockers. While also making room, I think. Let's do it this way. You can't play both in one lane. We're likely just going to get rushed down here. Our hand was clunky this time around. There's hope if we draw a Blacksmith. Breakthrough and Rally. Again, no Drain, which is really what we needed. This should be a red guard, but it's not. Yeah, we didn't even get guard on any of these, so if I do this, the problem is that this also gets guard, and I really only wanted guard here. So instead, it looks like what we're going to be doing is cloaking up quite a bit. Also get one of those down, I guess. And then hope that we're just not dead, but let's be honest, we're dead here. If they don't have 1 point of damage, then I'd be shocked. So sadly, this is sometimes what happens where you draw the wrong half of things. Yeah, there's the Cliff Racer. Well, we got it off once. Turns out the Blacksmith and the Dragon Star Rider are pretty important to combo decks that want to use them. And I still think, you know, we might have had a shot if I could have got Drain there just to buy us time so that we weren't outright dead to like any source of damage. But alas, we didn't. 1-1 is better than I thought it was going to be, though. So if you made it this far, you know, thanks for watching, as always. And until next time, may you walk on warm sands.